break here, but with these tropical systems, we can get a quick little spin up, and that's what we're going to watch for over Boonville right now. If you're just joining us, we are interrupting both our ABC 24 and our CW30 programming. I'm meteorologist Trevor Burchett. I told you this morning, if you were watching, we had a very low tornado potential, and it seems like that might have come to fruition here. A possible tornado near Boonville with this cell, and it's moving to the northeast at 30 miles an hour, and that's going to impact eastern Alcorn County over the next 30 to 45 minutes. Now, this warning only goes until 10 o'clock because with these leftover tropical systems, this is one of the cells that came out of Hurricane Beryl. These tropical systems can spin up tornadoes pretty easily, but the good news is they're usually really quick and they're usually really weak. So this tornado warning is only in effect for about 9 more minutes. We'll see if it gets extended. It's a weak signature, but it's still a signature nonetheless. That's what the Weather Service is telling us. I'm just going to kind of investigate this storm. As we zoom into Boonville, Mississippi in Prentiss County here, I'm going to switch over to our rotation mode. And if you're familiar with this mode of the radar, what this is showing is the wind inside the storm. So we have greens that are coming toward the radar, reds that are going another way. Anytime you see the greens and the reds together, that's an area where there could be a little rotation. I'm looking at 45 right near the 145 bypass and Highway 30 on the south side of Boonville. If there is something trying to spin up, that's where it's going to be, pretty much right over Boonville. And again, moving off toward the north and east. The reason we're covering this is because that would eventually put it into our coverage area in Alcorn County, Mississippi. And again, mainly to the east of Corinth. I'm going to put a lapse on this and just show you kind of how it's moving. I'm only going to do the last 30 minutes, but you can see generally how the storm is going. Really, it's going to be far eastern Alcorn County that this storm affects. And again, this is not a long tornado warning. This only goes for about 8 more minutes, but it's a storm that obviously is trying to do something down there. And so I want to give you a heads up. If you're in Alcorn County, this is a pretty quick mover, but over the next hour, if you're east of Highway 45 in Alcorn County, east of Corinth, out there along 72 as well, I would just keep an eye on this storm as it rolls in because, again, these hurricanes, once they make landfall, they can spin up these quick tornadoes. So again, this one in effect for southern Alcorn County until 10 o'clock this morning. We'll sign off then, assuming it's not extended, but go ahead and download the ABC 24 app. It is a totally free download for iPhone and Android. And we'll keep you updated there. You can watch our live stream there. And if this storm does try to act up again, we'll hop on there. We'll send you an alert right to your phone so you can join in and watch our live streaming coverage. All right, back to the radar to show you what's going on to reset. I know a lot of folks maybe just joining us, expecting our normal programming here on ABC 24 and CW30. Tornado warning now issued for southern Alcorn County. It's that red box there. South of Corinth. Corinth, you're not included in this right now, but this is one of those cells that's left over from Hurricane Beryl. It's got a little rotation in it. Could be trying to spin up one of those quick, brief tornadoes near Boonville, Mississippi on Highway 45, and that would affect eastern portions of Alcorn County if it does that. I'm going to put another storm track on it for you from where it is now and take it kind of through Alcorn County. I'll tell you what, honestly, to me, this looks like it might be more of an issue for northern Tishomingo County in northeast Mississippi, but still at least portions of Alcorn County affected by this, mainly east of Highway 45. That's the area I'm going to watch in Alcorn County that has the potential for a brief spin-up tornado. Searcytown by 10:19, Leedy at 10:25, Farmington at 10:35. That's when it's going to be pretty close to Corinth. You're going to get the rain and the wind from this storm in Corinth, but I think if there is a tornado, it's going to kind of be on the southern side of that storm, and it's going to be more in eastern Alcorn County. So that's what we're talking about. Farmington by about 10:35, Kendrick at 10:43, and then after that, this cell's really going to push out of the Memphis area, the Mid-South area, our coverage area, and I don't think we're going to have any more concerns like this for the rest of the day. This will kind of be the last hurrah that we watch here. I don't have any more storms that I'm really concerned about, but it's this storm here that's kind of the last one. And once it clears the area, this is not going to be a concern any longer for the rest of the day. Just to zoom out and reset, if you're just joining us, again, we have a tornado warning for portions of Alcorn County. Does not include Corinth. Everybody else is in the clear. We have some rain passing through. Again, this is all from what's left of Hurricane hurricane barrel, some showers passing through, some gusty wind out there too. The only storm of concern right now is near Boonville, Mississippi, coming up toward Corinth within the next 30, 40 minutes or so. So if you're in Memphis, eastern Arkansas, West Tennessee, we don't have any concerns with severe weather. I know we're interrupting your programming, and I apologize for that. We can't really pick and choose who we cut into. So you in Forest City, I'm sorry we have to cover up your programming, but it's really the issue with southern Alcorn County and some possible rotation near Boonville. Zooming back into that storm and just kind of investigating, and I want to switch back over to our wind mode. And again, still a little signature there. We've got the greens and reds together right there. That could be maybe a weak spin up trying to happen. Again, the good news is with these tornadoes, these tropical tornadoes that happen out of leftover hurricanes, they don't produce strong tornadoes. These are usually pretty weak. They're pretty quick. They touch down for a second and they lift up. But that could be happening right now over Boonville, and that's going to push into Alcorn County in the next little bit. Mainly south and east of Corinth would be the area that we're most concerned about if this thing tries to spin up again. Now, this warning technically expires in about 4 minutes, and that's the reason they didn't do too long of a warning, because these are very quick spin-ups. These are not those long track tornadoes that are on the ground for a while. These are very quick. So this warning is set to expire in just a few minutes at 10 a.m. We're going to leave the air at that point. We're going to send you back to your regularly scheduled programming, which on ABC is The View. And then, of course, we have our newscast at 11 a.m. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here keeping an eye on it. But we are going to sign off the air here pretty soon once this warning is dropped. Now, the reason I want you to stay alert, in Alcorn County especially, if this thing tried to drop a little tornado near Boonville, who's to say it couldn't do it again in eastern Alcorn County? So if you live east of Corinth, east of Highway 45 in Alcorn County, just keep an eye on the radar for the next 30, 45 minutes to an hour. Keep your phone nearby in case we do get another weather alert. We'll hop back on air and let you know then. But we are getting ready to sign off here because this storm, it just really doesn't look as impressive as it did. Now, there's a very dark cloud passing over Boonville right now. If you're in Corinth, you're probably seeing that. But no major indications that this thing is producing a tornado at this moment. A few minutes ago, it looked like maybe it was trying to spin up a little bit quicker and maybe trying to produce a quick tornado, but right now it does not. But again, don't let your guard down. Alcorn County, there is that potential that this thing could do it again as it passes through. So Corinth, heads up for you. You're going to get some wind and some heavy rain. And again, we'll have to watch this thing for the next 30 to 45 minutes to see what it does as it passes through eastern Alcorn County. I'm going to do one more storm track on it just to give you an idea of when it's going to be kind of coming into Corinth with the heaviest rain and the strongest wind. So Corinth closer to you by 10:19, Pine Flat at 10:36, and then it's going to cross over into the Tennessee state line, really not even impacting McNairy County too much. It's going to be out towards Savannah and Pickwick, more of those areas. So if you know anybody out there, tell them to keep an eye out. But again, eastern Alcorn County, east of Highway 45, we're going to keep a very close eye on this storm here for the next little bit. So we're coming up on 10 o'clock. I'm just about to send you back to your regularly scheduled programming as that tornado warning does expire. But again, Corinth, Alcorn County, keep an eye on this storm as it moves off to the north. These tropical leftovers, this hurricane barrel stuff, they can try to spin up those quick tornadoes. We'll be right back on the air if anything else concerning pops up, but do expect some wind and some heavy rain as we roll into Alcorn County. Everybody else, expect the rain to kind of taper off, and I don't really expect a severe weather threat for anybody else. It's just going to be Corinth and Alcorn County for the next 30, 45 minutes. Keep an eye on it again. If anything does pop up, you'll be the first to know right here on ABC 24. For right now, we'll return you back to your regular programming on Channel 24 and on our CW30 channel.